And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan, and once again bringing you my continuation of Marvel's What If Season 2, Episode 8. Now, this is the episode a lot of people have been waiting for because we got to see the return of Elizabeth Olsen playing Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch, in this episode entitled What If the Avengers Were in the 1602? The 1600s. Renaissance time, I believe. I believe is the Renaissance time. Back in the day when you had the Three Musketeer swords and all those time periods. I really don't know exactly what to call it, but it's that time period. So let's talk about what exactly is this episode. Well, we finally found out why, where, Captain Carter, our Captain Carter, our main, multiverse type Captain Carter disappeared to after she helped out Black Widow with her little situation. She got transported to that world because the Scarlet Witch is basically the Merlin type figure for, the kingdom of Asgard, ruled by Hela. Hela is the queen of Asgard. She has her brother Thor. Loki's the jester. Typical normal royalty family drama. She's the resident wizard or witch, as they call her. They have their subjects. They have their, their people who worship them. The Happy Hogans, who's one of their main guards. You have your outlaws like Steve Rogers, Bucky Barnes, and of course Ant-Man. They're like the Robin Hood of this time period. You have Professor, Hulk. He's locked up because he's a monster. He's wearing an iron mask. He's literally wearing an iron mask, and he's got hair and a mustache too, which was actually kind of cool. So in this episode, we find out that the reason that Peggy is there is because her Earth and their Earth is pretty much stuck together, and it's causing problems, rips in their time-space continuum, and sucking up, random people from each universe, and I guess killing them or sending them somewhere else. We don't know. It took Hela somewhere, so she disappeared. We get to see an angry Thor in this episode because he found out that he believes in his mind and the way he saw it that, oh yeah, you were supposed to come here. The witch was supposed to bring you here to help us out. You failed to help us out. Our queen is gone. I'm king now. I'm coming after you. She becomes basically an outlaw, and she goes on a run to try to figure out how to fix this problem by recruiting the Avengers, basically Tony Stark, Bucky, Steve, Scott, the whole group. You have Nick Fury in here as well. Wanda Maximoff is also, like I said before, she's in this episode. And, we get to see them, become the Avengers of this world and try to figure out how to fix this problem, how to unstuck these two worlds that are literally connected and collapsing on each other, because if they don't, the other world can be destroyed and cease to exist. The Watcher's in this episode as well. He can't do anything but just watch. He wanted to offer to help Peggy to go back to her own time period, her own reality. She refused until she fixed the problem. And we got a pretty cool episode. Honestly, I feel like this episode kind of went by quick, but it was still a fun little episode. I mean, seeing the Avengers and I guess the Renaissance kind of costumes was cool. Ant-Man was using a sword, shrinking and using the sword, fighting Yellow Jacket army guys. Happy Hogan he had his Hulk form still, that purple Hulk form that he had in his Christmas special. And he was like a general guard for the kingdom. So I thought that stuff was cool. Bucky and Steve were like literally Robin Hood and Little John, basically stealing. But I don't know if they were given to the poor. I think they were just given to themselves, but, in the same vein. So I thought that stuff was cool. He got to, see Peggy for the first time because his Peggy died. So I thought that stuff was great. Obviously bringing those two back together no matter where they are in the multiverse, they all come together. So that was great. Seeing Hulk with hair and a mustache killed it for me. I thought that was funny. Seeing Wanda again was great because honestly, we all love Elizabeth Olsen in this role. She's born to play this character, and she should just keep playing it. Hope she comes back again to do a live action. She was great. She's like the Merlin of the world, so that was great. Thor was pretty badass. He literally had a sword that was made out of vibranium that was gifted to him by obviously Black Panther, so that was cool. Cool shout out there. Loki was just a diva, so Loki was Loki, so that was great. But apparently, it looks like he had some kind of romance with the Scarlet Witch. So there's a ship right there. So for all those who want to ship it, have fun with that, because that was actually kind of cute. So I mean, they don't do anything, but you kind of see them, the way they hug each other, and hold each other's hands. It's kind of like, I ship that. So yeah, go ahead. So yeah, there's that. They eventually fixed the problem because Stark created a machine to take the stone for the scepter, and apparently Steve Rogers is like the keeper of something, and he was the only way to fix it. So he glued green, and he fixed all reality. So there's that. Peggy was still there in that time period until Strange shows up, saying, "Hey, listen, I got a story to tell you," and I guess setting up the big mission that they're gonna be going to pretty soon. And that's the gist of the episode. Like I said, I feel like it kind of happened kind of quick this episode, but it was still a fun episode. I'm still enjoying this show, and I actually cannot wait to see how it all comes to an end. Apparently, online they just showed the first clip of the season 3, so there's gonna be a season 3. So there's that, and I'm excited for it. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.